All right, a very quick market update, very important market update. It's 12:50 p.m. on Friday as I record this. And I believe this update can help you save a lot of money in the next coming days. Please listen to it very, very carefully. Just a couple of days back, when we were trying to project where the markets can be in the coming days, I said one very important thing. I said the reversals, the buying is not going to happen in one single shot. It either is going to break down or you will get something called a double top, double bottom, and the markets will break that. Let me explain very quickly because you're in the middle of the market. I'm not going to waste too much of your time. See what happened on a few days back on 3rd of May. When the markets wanted to rally up, they made something that we call a double bottom. Markets plunged down, which happened a couple of days back. Then it went up. This is called the first pullback. Then the markets again plunged down. But after this plunge, markets was not able to go lower than the previous low. This is called a W pattern or a double bottom. And as soon as the markets broke these highs, you got a brilliant rally on the upside, which gave you a good 2,500-3,000 points on the upside. Now that is what we have to look for. See, I am not as really a very I don't like to scalp personally. So this video is for not for a scalper, but for a person who's an investor who wants to get into banks or any other company. At the same time, a person who's into derivatives and who wants to create the bigger momentum. What I'm trying to say is right now for me, I'm very sorry, but for me, 35,350 to 34,600 is going to be a no trade zone. I'm going to be keep myself very minimalistic in this zone. I am literally not interested. I really respect my money and I want to save my money. You have seen what happened. Markets went up really high. They opened with a great gap up. People got trapped on the bullish side. Markets plunged like anything, right? This is what I said. Markets are going to be jittery because of the macroeconomic data that's out there. So don't take any unnecessary positions. That's one advice I can give you. Now understand what can happen in the future. You have to not trade the forecast, but trade the market. And also remember what Jesse Livermore said. I'm again and again repeating myself. Most money is lost in the first eighth of a move and the last eighth of a move because we keep on predicting. There are two things that can happen now. Either markets, they have made this low 34,660 or something, and they can make probably this low and then they can rush higher. This is called a double bottom. If this happens, great. I would really, really like to buy when this zone is broken, and then I can expect a good, current highs of Bank Nifty. That is something that we can expect, but let the Bank Nifty index show that it wants to go up. I'm not going to start predicting right now that let's start to buy. The reason why I'm saying that is because even on the intraday chart, you are still inside this big red bar. Until you break that big red bar on the upside, you can't start to become bullish. So please do not trade every single candle. Money is going to be lost in the next couple of days because the long-term view is not clear. So if the long-term view is not clear, intraday view is also not going to be clear. Secondly, what if the market again at 1 o'clock, because we have the number three is of very, very importance. We've got three candles halted. Maybe at 1 o'clock market again give you a big plunge. That's why I'm saying be very, very careful. If you're in the intraday long side, have this low as a stop loss. If this level breaks, again markets can go down further. So please, please be careful. You have to observe last 1 minute. You have to observe, is the market going to break this low 34,650? If yes, markets will try to come down even further. 34,000 will also open up. Or is the market going to give you a double bottom, maybe a rally for the next 1-2 days and the break 34,350 barrier? If that happens, great, we become aggressively bullish. But in this middle zone, it's a zone of panic, it's a zone of utter confusion, and I want you to be careful. If you want to trade, fine, I'm not stopping you, but please lower your quantities. If you make less profit for 1-2 days, that is fine, but it's important that you don't lose money. And that's what I'm here for, safety in the market. If I show you a weekly chart, last very important thing, please, you can relate Nifty to Bank Nifty, because if Bank Nifty goes up, then Nifty, of course, will be going higher. Look at the weekly chart. Now, this is also very, very important. Today is the weekly closing that we'll get on Bank Nifty. I have only one matter of concern, that I hope that if you're bullish in the market, and we all should be bullish, we should not aim for the downside. We should never do that. But if the markets want to go down, they will try to close below last week's low, which is basically coming around 34,930. Observe karo where the Bank Nifty closes. If the Bank Nifty closes a good level on the upside, good, things are comfortable. But if the Bank Nifty closes below 34,900 today, that could be a matter of concern. So I'm not going to take any unnecessary positions because it's a weekend. And let's not do that. Let's be safe. Let's not earn one weekend, but let's be safe. Let's actually put the money when the big moves come, and when we are trapped. Let's not try to. So if you are saying let's try to predict the top, most money is lost in the first eighth predicting a top. Let the move happen, miss the 200-300 point initial move, but then trade that next 1,000 point move. That's the entire update I want to give you. Observe the 1 o'clock time, 1 o'clock, 1:15 time. Do observe that, because three candles have consolidated in Bank Nifty. Generally, after three candles consolidation, a big move can happen. And because of the inside bar formation, it can happen on the downside also. Just be careful. If you're long, have a stop loss. Even if you're short, have a stop loss. Don't play without stops. Thank you so much.